That's a new CNN poll. More than 2/3 say the same about his ability to serve another second full term. So with that, we bring in Republican presidential candidate, former New Jersey Governor Christie. Governor, good to see you. Thank you for being here.
Thanks for having me, Martha.
So, you know, you have made the argument, and you made it, you articulated it quite clearly on the debate stage, that you don't think that we should, as a nation, normalize this behavior. So when you look at those numbers and you see how many Americans are willing to do that, what do you think about your argument?
No, I don't think it's about the argument, Martha. I think it's more about the fact that some people don't find the indictments valid. They think politics has infected everything. And look, if you look at the way Hunter Biden was treated versus the way Donald Trump was treated, I can understand why they feel that way. That's why I didn't say I don't want to normalize indictments. I don't want to normalize the conduct. Because whether or not you believe he should have been charged criminally or not, do we really believe we should have someone serving in the White House who takes classified documents and hides them from the government for 18 months, defying a grand jury subpoena and ultimately having to have his place searched? Do we really think we should have someone who tells people to march up to Capitol Hill to try to interfere with the peaceful transfer of power and then sits in his office and watches them commit violent acts for 3 hours and does nothing? That conduct is what I'm talking about. That shouldn't be normalized. We can argue back and forth. I've said on your show before, I don't think the New York indictment or the Atlanta indictment should have been brought against him. But the two federal indictments, I believe, should have. So we can all have different opinions on that, but I don't think we should have different opinions on the conduct.
So that argument is getting you some attention from the other side of the aisle. Joy Behar said, you know, that you're a gift. She said something like a gift to the. She said a champion to the left, and 12% of Democrats say that you won the debate the other night. So when you look at the latest polling, which has you at 2% in this latest CNN poll, is there an argument for you to take your candidacy to a moderate, to an independent group of voters?
Well, I will when I'm the Republican nominee for president, and I take it to moderate, independent voters who we are going to have to win to be able to win the presidency. And Donald Trump can't win those voters. He's not going to win moderate, suburban Republican women. And when I got reelected governor of New Jersey against a female candidate, I won 58% of the female vote. I won 70% of the independents. And look, as far as the CNN poll, I wish all of you, Fox, CNN, Wall Street Journal, everybody would stop doing national polls. We don't have a national
No, I think that's
primary.
fair. I think that's fair. You know,
but
when you look at Iowa, which is only a few months away now, you look at New Hampshire, you're, you know, down, not doing that well in New Hampshire. Nikki Haley has moved ahead in one poll in New Hampshire. I know you think that New Hampshire is where you can win. What's your argument going to be this fall? It's now Labor Day is behind us. So how are you going to convince people? If they say, show me what I'm going to get if I vote for Christie?
You're going to get somebody who's going to actually bring spending under control, unlike what Donald Trump and Joe Biden have done. You're going to get somebody who's actually going to build the wall. Not just talk about building the wall, but you're going to do that. You're going to get a former prosecutor who's going to know how to get crime under control in the cities, because I'm going to make the Attorney General of the United States make each U.S. attorney prosecute violent crime in our cities to clean cities like the one we're sitting in right now with a liberal prosecutor up, Chicago, San Francisco, Los Angeles. We're going to clean those cities up if I'm president. And you're going to have somebody who's going to take on the tough and difficult other issues like entitlements, like our tax code. We should extend the tax cuts that Donald Trump put into place. That's the kind of person you're going to get. But more than that, you're going to get a Republican president. I'm the only person on that stage who's ever beaten a Democratic incumbent. And I beat a Democratic incumbent in a blue state, getting outspent 3-1. Beating Joe Biden is not going to be easy. But the last Democratic incumbent president who was defeated by a Republican governor from a blue state, Ronald Reagan from California. I can do the same thing. I've proven it. And in New Hampshire, in the latest poll, I'm at 14%. So in second place. So I'm not worried about New Hampshire.
So there's another debate in a couple of weeks. What is your strategy? There's better moderators, so you're going to be happy with that. What is your strategy on the 27th?
My strategy is to do the same thing I did before, which is listen to the questions and answer them. And if someone says something that I think is either outrageous or insulting, to respond to it. But what I hope happens, too, is that my other members of the stage follow the rules. And I think that particularly Governor Pence and Vivek blew through the rules. You guys rang the bell. I don't know how many times. They ran right through it. It's not fair to the other people on the stage, but most importantly, it's not fair to the voters who are trying to hear from everybody.
Did you say anything to the vice president about him doing that?
I did.
And what did he say?
He said, I'll do my best.
Uh-huh. Well, we said quite a bit to him to ask him to play within the rules. And it's interesting because, you know, that strategy didn't necessarily help him in terms of you know, getting anywhere in the polls. So I think it's going to be a great debate on the 27th, and we look forward to watching all of you at the Reagan Library.
I'm looking forward to being back.
Thank you very much,
Martha.
Governor. Good to see you.